welcome to this Blender tutorial. So in this tutorial we are going to make this atmospheric landscape in Blender. We are going to be making this in Blender version 2.9. So we are going to use the new sky feature in Blender 2.9 and we are going to achieve something like this. So this is going to be the final result. And if you want to download this project file, you can go to my Patreon page. So you can support the channel in the process and you can get access to all my project files. So I'll leave a link down in the description so you can go and check that out. Just open Blender and the first thing that I'm going to do is delete the cube and delete the lamp. Now we are going to go to the world settings and change the color to a sky texture. And as you can see, by default we have this new Nishita sky feature selected. So this system is quite powerful, so just select that. And you'll not be able to use the sky in Eevee, so I recommend that you change your render engine to cycles. And if you're familiar with the sky in Unreal Engine, the sky blueprint, this is quite similar. Now we are going to change some properties of the sky. So go to your world settings and you can change these properties. So these were the values that I used in my final render. So you can change the sun size to 12. You can turn down the sun intensity to about 0.7. I found that a sun elevation of 5 degrees looks good. I rotated the sun around 6 degrees. Now I'm changing the air levels. If you change the air, you get some reddish hues in your scene. So just change these values until you get something you like. So that looks good. Now I'm going to go in my object view and we are going to start making the landscape. So for this landscape, I'll use a new add-on called the landscape add-on. So you can go under the preferences and add-ons. You can search for this Ant Landscapes add-on. And the people who watch my tutorials know that I use this add-on quite a lot. So this add-on is very useful to make all sorts of landscapes. So once you have enabled the add-on, you can press Shift A and under the mesh, you will see a new option for a landscape. And as you can see, by default, we have this mountain. Now again, this completely depends on you. If you like this mountain, you can just use this mountain. I'm gonna change my terrain to something else. So this part of the landscape will be our ground plane. So I used a basic river preset. So just change it to river. And we don't need the river plane. So you can just select the river plane and press your delete key to delete that. I'm going to select my scale tool and we are going to scale it down on the Z axis. Now this landscape looks good, so we need to position our camera. So what I do is I pick a view in the viewport, so as you can see. And once you have something like this, you can press Ctrl Alt number pad 0 and that shortcut snaps the camera to the viewport position. Now we can select the camera and we can change the focal length. You can also turn on the lock camera to view in the view panel and you can position your camera. Now it's time to add some mountains. So for the mountains, we are going to go Shift A. Under the mesh, we'll add another landscape and we'll change it to mountain 1. And as you can see, this gives you a basic mountain. I want a mountain range. So instead of a single mountain, we want a lot of mountains, so I'm going to increase the mesh size to 10. So you can just increase the X size to 10. Now everything looks good, so I'm going to go in my camera view. So you can do that by pressing numpad 0. And once I'm in the camera view, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale the mountain down. I'm also going to rotate it on the Z axis. And I'm just going to position it something like this. So once your mountain is positioned, you can give it a subdivision surface. So under the modifiers, a subdivision surface, select the ground plane and give it a subdivision surface too. Now it's time to add one more mountain range. So Shift D to duplicate and G to move it to the left. Now we are going to go in the world settings and I am going to rotate the sun and move the landscape up, and again positioning the camera. Maybe change the sun elevation, and as you can see, you can simulate the sunset and sunrise with this. So you can animate these sky values and you can create your own animations. Now Shift A, I am going to add a cube. This cube will hold the volume. So this cube will be responsible for the volumetric fog. So just select the cube, go to the shader editor and add a new material. Now I'll call this material something like volume. We need to select the principal shader and delete it. And we need something called as a principal volume shader. So Shift A, under the shader, a principal volume shader. And you can connect this principal volume shader into the volume socket of the material output. And once you do that, you get some cool fog in the scene. Now I like to increase the emission strength and the emission color. I'm going to turn down the density. You can also change the fog color. So I'm going to give it a yellowish tint. Now this is quite important. I'm going to change the anisotropy of the fog, and by increasing this anisotropy value, your sun will get a bloom effect. Now I'm going to select the mountain and add a new material. Rename this material to something like a landscape. I'm going to apply this landscape material to all my landscape elements. So just select them and change the material in the material socket. And once all the landscape elements have the same material, you can turn down the specularity and you can change the color to a black color. Okay, now the final part is to render this. So go in your render settings. You can turn on the adaptive sampling. So this will give you a faster render result. You can change the render samples to 1000. Go to your render panel and just hit render. Optionally, you can also press F12 to render the image. And as you can see, our image is rendered. Now this is a raw render, so you can take this in Photoshop and you can edit it. This is the edited result. And as you can see, that's how easy it was to make a landscape scene like this in Blender. And if you like this tutorial, please leave a like down below, it helps a lot. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next video.